Hello and welcome to Stilton Pavilion. I'd like to show you around the pavilion so you get an idea of what it looks like. This is the main entrance, but before you come along to the pavilion you would have seen a barrier. You'd have come under the barrier at the end of the road just here. That red car in the distance is parked how we ask people to park on the grass. You can either park forward facing or reverse on. There's room for 75 cars. We also have disabled spaces. And as you enter the pavilion, I'll take you into the pavilion. This is the main entrance. You can walk all the way around the pavilion to the playing field that is behind. We tend to use the right door to open the pavilion. This is our main lobby area. We normally have two sets of chairs and tables. We've just got one at the moment because we've actually got a table for people in respect of COVID just to sign in if they haven't got the NHS app, and obviously sterilise their hands, or you can use the QR code scanner. Down this end we have our two toilets. They're both disabled, suitable for disabled people, and obviously we are accessible. There's no steps into the building this side, and the end toilet has a baby changing table as well. This door would lead you to our football changing rooms. There are extra toilets in there if you're having a big function that you can hire later at night. On our wall are all the people that sponsored a brick to support the building of the pavilion. So you might recognise some names if you're local. I'm just going to pop you through to the main hall now. Our hall is 250 square metres. As you can see, it's quite a big, friendly, usable space. Very airy, very light. We have a high pitched ceiling. It is slanted, and the acoustics in here are pretty amazing. We have bands performing here, including military bands. On the walls, we do have a number of hooks. I don't know if you can see them. I'm hoping you can see a hook. We ask people not to stick decorations to the walls, but instead to use the hooks, so you can use draped sashes or put balloons on them. They go all the way around the room. This crank handle goes up to a window. We've got 4 of those windows, so you just crank them and they pull taut when they're fully opened or closed. We also have windows on nearly half the walls. Every single side window opens on a retainer clip, so it only opens a certain distance. And there are blinds on all the both side panels on the doors, as well as the windows. It can get quite bright because the sun comes over that side when it's out. It's not actually quite out today. And you also can see in the distance the football fields, which is also a public space. We do have people who hire marquees, and they can use them on the outside, and also bouncy castles, because there are plug points. Outside our space here is now being developed up to the skate park, which is a public space too, and over to the metal benches. The area is going to be enclosed in with a fence, and it'll provide additional seating once it's grassed and everything for larger functions. And obviously there's this patio space, and again there are plug points on the outside if you needed to use them. The lights, we have nice little side lights that provide an ambient light later on at night, because these lights do dim. You can have them, they're right up at the moment, but you can dim them quite low. We have a solid oak floor, and it is a very, very aesthetically pleasing part of our building. I'm just going to take you into the storeroom. Our storeroom contains a matching set of chairs, which we use for larger functions, and 12 tables. Each one will sit 10. These just manoeuvre out. They're ever so easy to manoeuvre in and out, and you swing them and move them out to unload them, and then when you want to pack up at the end of the day, you pop them back into the trolleys. We do have a number of other tables if you didn't want to specifically use the best tables and chairs. We do have, or if you needed additional tables, obviously, we have short rectangle tables and tall rectangle tables. and often people will place their furniture along this wall in front of the doors and put tablecloths on. The end cupboard here is where you'd find the cleaning products, and I'm going to take you through to now, well, I'll just explain down here. These two blank walls with no windows on is where people often place their disco or band or staging area. Sometimes we have staging areas here, and there are a number of plug points and sockets along that wall. There are older chairs, and they're probably for small functions rather than larger functions. They're welcome to be used or moved out. This is our little side room, which is attached to the kitchen. It's got a hatch window, so people can serve from the kitchen through to here. Often when people hire the space, they will place those tables and more round the edge of the room and in front of the cupboards when they're not in use, and it provides a nice area for people to move around, collect their food or drink, and actually go back out to that space. We do hire crockery. If you needed to hire crockery, we've got a number of items, glasses and all the crockery that you probably want, and cutlery. We have green boxes to be able to transport out and load back up the glasses. We've got a number of pictures and additional crockery should it be a larger function. And I'm just going to take you into the kitchen. Oh, we've got more chairs in there should you need those. This is our industrial kitchen. We have an industrial dishwasher which will wash after the second load within 3 minutes and dry. We have, this is a fridge, so if you've got cold stores that you need to keep cold, such as desserts, cakes with cream in, that acts quite well, or if you've got plenty of alcohol that you would want to put in there, that's where you can do it, although we do have a wine fridge. Also got a freezer if you wanted to put something frozen in for cooking later, or your own ice. This is connected to the mains water, and it's a hot water boiler, so it constantly fills up once you've plugged it on, switched it on. Microwave, an extra kettle for smaller functions, saves using that. This is a food warmer, so once you've cooked food, you can keep it warm in the oven. It's double size. We've also got the cooker, which is a double oven and 6 rings, so you're welcome to use that too. However, we don't have an awful lot of utensils, bacon trays, etc. You would need to bring your own. Caterers usually do that anyway, they like to. That's another food warmer, 4 containers that you can keep vegetables or whatever you needed to warm. There's a soup maker or something similar if you had an idea of using it for something else. And we've got another additional water boiler should that not be enough. That can be plugged in. You do have to top that one up. There is the other side of the hatch window. It's operated by a key system on the left hand side. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour of the building. Just show the hall once more. It's a different perspective from this end. You can see we get a lovely lot of light in here. All the sun's now coming out. And you probably hear how big that is from my voice. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour of the pavilion. If you'd like to make further inquiries, please do visit our website at www.stiltonparishcouncil.org/pavilion. I look forward to hearing from you.